Thanks to EA for sponsoring this video. Hey lovelies, it's Kate. Welcome back to another Sims 4 speed build. In this video, I'm working on a family mansion. So this build is quite luxurious, but it still includes anything you would expect in a family home. I included objects for kids. I also included some items for cats, so it's also a pet-friendly home. I just wanted this to be super cozy and just a really nice family home. Before we continue, remember to use code EMERALD when shopping Sims 4 packs to support me and my channel. Add a pack to your cart, enter Emerald, and apply the code. You can now pre-order the Sims 4 Businesses and Hobbies expansion pack and use my code to support me. Thank you so much for your support. I kind of approached this build in a really unique way again. I didn't build the complete shell at first, and I also didn't start with like the main part of the house. Instead, I just thought, okay, we need a nice outdoor cooking area, a nice barbecue area, and this is what I'm working on here. You can see that it's kind of on the side of the house. I'm going to work on the main part, like in the center, of course, so it's accessible from the front. So this is kind of more or less part of the garden, and it's going to be connected to the house that I'm going to build. I'm also going to use like the room that I just added here as like a little room for a butler or maybe a guest house. I wanted this to be like a pool house, and I just thought, okay, I'm going to turn this into like a small bedroom kind of. So this is what I did, and I used the windows from Lost Track for this. I'm so obsessed with them. Like these are my favorite windows right now, and also the ones from Slow Escape. Like whenever I'm working on a more dreamy build, these are my go-to windows, and I just had to think about the base game update. Like recently we got a lovely base game update including new pillars, kitchen counters, and windows. And it's like so amazing how far windows have come in this game, especially in the base game. Like back then it was so difficult to work on a base game build, and in general, like also in like all the packs, some window stats were missing, and I feel like at this point you can basically create anything, which is so amazing. And yeah, here I'm starting to work on the main section of the house. I added platforms, so this build was once again all about platforms for me. I wanted to have a walkout basement, a nice pool, and I was trying to work with a medium and low wall height for the different levels because I didn't want this to be too tall. I wanted this to have a cozy vibe, and you know me, it's like really difficult for me to build more compact, and I'm always wanting to use a like tall wall height, and I feel like especially furnishing is so difficult with a low wall height because I don't know, I'm just so used to building these gigantic kitchens and everything is like so difficult suddenly, especially when you want to like add the cabinets. But I think it's just something you have to get used to probably. And yeah, here I wasn't sure how like big I wanted this main part to be. I of course wanted it to be big enough to furnish it properly, to like have enough space for enough bedrooms, but at the same time it looked super weird when the roof was like too wide. I don't know, it just looked weird, like the dimensions, and I made multiple changes to this. I then added a basement. I simply clicked on the yellow outline to remove the ceiling, and I then expanded it. I wanted to add some stairs, and I really experimented with this. I actually wanted the pool to be a bit bigger, like a little bit wider, but I also wanted the pool to be lined up with the center part of the house, like where I built the main entrance and these two little tiny rooms. So it would be lining up with like the center part of the main house. And I then thought, okay, if I make it too wide, it's going to like, I don't know, it's going to be too crammed in. I just wanted there to be enough space around the pool so Sims could walk by, because I had this platform situation going on and I just thought, okay, this is not making a lot of sense. So I'm going to make it a little bit slimmer. And I also knew that I wanted to add lots of windows to this. So it's like a nice walkout basement with a lovely pool. You know, I love to do this. And you know that you can like hold down shift and you can like apply a freeze, for example, a trim to only one wall and all that. Like this is what shift does, but I had no idea that it's also working when you want to apply a trim to a pool, because I wanted to use a really thick trim from a pack and it was like there was like some type of overhang. It was like too big to the area where I added the windows, and I was able to only add it to two sides of the pool, which made me so happy. There's always something new you stumble upon when you are building or generally playing this game, which I love so much. I used the pillars from the base game update, which I mentioned earlier, because they're just stunning, and I love that they come in colorful swatches, but also in more neutral swatches like white and black. I really love this. I also used the new base game counters, and I can't believe that these are base game. It's amazing how far the base game has come. The meshes, the textures, it's looking so lovely, so high quality, and also for the packs, of course. Like, this style has improved so much. I'm so happy about this. I then added a wood floor, and I feel like this, like the stone floor or whatever, like the brown one in front of it, which is from Jungle Adventure, like this one was my go-to whenever I was working on something dreamy, like years and years ago, and I kind of went back to it because I feel like this is like the dreamy floor, and also like this wood floor, it instantly makes your build super dreamy. I love the colors, it's so wonderful, and I had almost like finished the whole build, but I didn't apply any color. Like here, this one, I applied wallpaper and everything. But sometimes I'm so happy with how a build looks, but there's no color on it, that I have such a hard time choosing any color because it's looking right in the white like default color without any color, and applying any type of color is just changing the whole vibe. And then sometimes I just think, okay, I'm just going to like apply a light gray or white wallpaper and keep it this way. But of course I also don't want to do this. Like, let me know if you know what I mean. Like, you're really happy with the shape and vibe of a build, but then you have no idea which color to add. Like, this is so difficult. I generally feel like creating a nice shape comes easier to me than having a good color scheme. This is like much more difficult for me. I added a pop of color here and there. The pink flowers are from Life and Death from Debug. I just wanted to have a little bit of color. Like, it's relatively neutral overall, but I just wanted to have color. And I also wanted to add some color on the interior. Like here, for example, everything is pretty green. The wallpaper is from Lovestruck. It comes in this really dark, beautiful witch green, and then I used the base game counters in a green swatch. I also used the wallpaper, like the subway tile wallpaper from the base game, which comes in a matching swatch. I just wanted this to be colorful and inviting, but not too over the top. Millennial gray is like a thing of the past now, and now it's like all about millennial green, and maybe this is why I built it the way I did, but I just love the interior so much. And I also love that there's like a contrast between these like darker green tones and the like more pastel greens. I love this so much, and I wanted the kitchen to be like super cozy. And this is not an open floor concept, which is like really rare on this channel. Like, whenever I'm working on a build, it's like a really open concept. I didn't do this here, it's closed off. So to anyone who was like wondering when I'm going to build a closed off regular kitchen, the day's here, surprise. And I then worked on the living room. I used objects from cats and dogs a lot. I feel like this type of furniture is just perfect for this style. Like, this is exactly what I was going for. So I used a lot of objects from this. I also painted a part of the wallpaper, like with the subway tile wallpaper from the base game, to like separate the whole chimney fireplace area a little bit. And I just wanted this to be really lovely. I wanted to use different textures, different patterns, different colors, but I still wanted to like have a big focus on the green. I used the same wallpaper again, which is from Lovestruck, and I always have such a hard time choosing the right curtains. And yeah, I used these curtains and also some bookshelves from Life and Death, which are so stunning. They're so tall, and you can just place them in a corner to like fill the space. I also added some additional armchairs, so this is like a really cute reading nook and corner. I'm going to add another corner, including a TV, so there are like so many areas to sit down. And this is it. This video is slowly coming to an end. I want to remind you that you can use code Emerald on the EA app to support me and my channel. Thank you so much. I'm going to add so many screenshots so you can see how I furnished the bedrooms and everything, so you get a nice overview. Like, I edited down the whole process to like the core furnishing part and the exterior, but here you can see everything in detail. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you've enjoyed this build. You can grab it from the gallery. My ID is KateEmerald. It's CC free and you can just go grab it from the gallery. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you are doing so well, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye.